Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. For this video, I'm going to open up another Soft Flex Mystery Design Kit with you guys. And every time I open up one of these kits, I'm totally blown away by all the colors, the quality of the materials, and how the whole kit is put together. And I find it very easy to make designs using this kit. And the first time I actually got one of these kits, I made 3 projects with it. I did a necklace, earrings, and a ring, and I still had materials left over. So I'm very impressed with these Soft Flex kits. And in case you didn't know, Soft Flex Company is based in Sonoma, California, and they are a small family-run business that specializes in flexible beading wire, but also carries their own line of craft wire, as well as various findings and tools, and a good selection of beautiful gemstones and glass beads. Soft Flex design kits retail for $32.95 and include everything that you need to make a few jewelry projects right out of the package, minus tools. Each kit is lovely curated based on a theme by their staff every month. On the last Wednesday of the month at 3 p.m. Pacific time, Soft Flex does a live Facebook video where they unwrap the kit for that month and make a project on camera so that people can get some inspiration on how the kit is used. And the kit that I got here is called Purple Petals, and it says here that the kit may be sold out by the time that I do my opening video. And the next kit will be available for August, and it is called Happy Halloween. Halloween, get what I'm saying? And it will be available for purchase online as of August 25th. Alright, and I'm going to put the link to their website down there below in the description bar. And their website, by the way, is www.softflexcompany.com. I also recommend that you subscribe to Soft Flex Company on YouTube, and I will put the link for their YouTube channel down there below in the description bar. They do video tutorials on there, and I think they also do live streams. And I will also link their Facebook page down below in the description bar. Alright? I think what I'm going to do is open this up and then refer back to this paper here, that I could tell that there's going to be some really great things in here. There's going to be Soft Flex wire, sterling silver bindings. I see Terracast. Very exciting. So let's go ahead, open this, and I'll refer back to that. Okay, I can't really see, I can tell it's purple in here, but I can't really see what's going on. Oh my gosh. Oh my, those are amazing. Is that going to be Terracast findings right there? Those are gorgeous. I like how the holes in it, because there's a lot of connection points there. And those are really thick pieces. Those are incredible. And look at that purple, that's gorgeous. Silver silk and more purple petal for this kit. Pearlescent chain, 3 feet. That's gorgeous. Look at that. I like how there's gold in the middle. Oh my gosh. I love Jesse James. Look at this mix. That is so pretty. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun going through that. And here are bead strands. Okay, so I'm going to stop and I'm going to go to my list and go over everything on the list so we know the name of everything. So the first thing is the Soft Flex right here, Purple Amethyst 0.019 medium beading wire. This stuff is gorgeous, and you know, I recently saw, I think it was on their YouTube channel, you have to go check out their YouTube channel, they did macrame with this wire, and I gotta try it, because I am very much into macrame, and I've done some really cool bracelets lately, and I think that this would work great in those tutorials that I did. So yeah, I would love to try this stuff, and that color is so gorgeous. Okay, so that's the first thing. Next thing is Soft Flex. It's going to be the crimp tubes. 2x2mm crimp tubes in silver, sterling silver, black oxidized, antique brass ear wires. You know, if you open a staple like this, it doesn't rip the packaging. You can also use pliers. Okay, there we go. I didn't want to rip my packaging. Their crimps are the best, and I had no idea that there would be such a difference until I used these. They are way thicker than regular crimps, and usually when I do bead stringing projects, if for some reason I want to restring the project, maybe I forgot to add beads or I want to make it longer, usually what I just do is I take my chain nose pliers and I grab the crimp and I smash it again in the opposite direction. It breaks the crimp and I can restring it using the same wire. I cannot restring and use the same wire with these crimps. I can't get them open. I tried and I had to restring the whole piece. So they are the best quality that money can buy. I love their crimps. Alright, so there's two things. And then the next thing is antique brass ear wires. They also have amazing ear wires. And there's two pairs. Look at that. Pretty. And I do like to close these down. See how these are open really far? I find when they're open like that, they fall out. So I take my round nose pliers and I slide these down my round nose pliers at the largest point, and I just gently go like that and close it shut more. So there's those two. And I want to look at the beads. So cute. What's the next thing? 12mm antique brass lobster claw clasp. That's pretty. That's a very good quality. You could tell by the shape. Nice closure there. And then Jesse James Beads Custom Bead Mix. Did I skip something, or is it going to be further down? Oh, okay. I'll go further down the list so I can find these. Let me see. Okay, right here we have Terracast Oxidized Brass Plated Butterfly Link. This is a butterfly? I thought it was a bee. Yeah, I guess it is a butterfly. So look at all these connection points. Right there, the top, that's a connection point. Then there's two there. Then there's three down here. Do you guys remember I did a video using a huge butterfly? Actually, it wasn't that big. It was large, but it wasn't gigantic. I did it as the centerpiece, and it had a lot of holes in a butterfly, and because of that, I was able to do a lot of connection points. I'm going to put a picture up now of the design I'm talking about. That was a really epic design. It covered a large portion of my chest, that necklace there. So anyways, this is really cool. I like how thick that is. Very good quality. And this is one of my favorite metal colors to work with, so I love that piece there. Okay, and these are Terracast Oxidized Brass Plated Spiral Cone. You know what I'm noticing about these cones? They are very thick compared to the cheaper cones that I have gotten. Look at how thick they are. The design is gorgeous. It's kind of Bali looking to me. The spirals, the little dots there. Those are gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to bag this, and then we're going to move on to something else. Let's see, what's next? Okay, Jesse James Bead Mix is next, but I want to save this for last because I like to sort through all the beads, and I have nothing to put the beads in right now when I open that because that bag's not resealable. So let's go to Silver Silk. That's the next thing on the list. This stuff is really cool. I've gotten it before. It's a ball chain that's inside of mesh wire. And there are findings that you can get for this. Little clamps, they're really good quality, that you clamp onto the ends down here. But I do also wonder if I could do wire wrapping down here. It would have to be very tight, but I don't know, that would be total experimental. But there's a lot here. Holy cow. Is it 3 feet, right? Yeah. That's a lot. So cool. And I gotta tell you, it does feel like a snake. Okay, I'm gonna put this back. Okay, and then let's see, it's gonna be these bead strands. We did silver silk, check glass, rainbow, iris, light amethyst ovals. That's these. These are pretty. I recently got these in, I think, olivine green. And I have used, I think, this same exact bead in a medallion necklace, a pendant that I made. I'll go look for that picture and put it up now. That was a really incredible design. I think these are the same exact size as what I used in that pendant. And yeah, you can use these in that. And if you put in the title that was in that picture, you can go and make that project, because that is a tutorial. And next thing is check glass, rainbow, I just read that, check glass, pink, silver, 2-hole tile bead. This, I actually have this strand in my stash. I have 2 of these. It's a really neat bead. It looks like it's Labrador on this side here, and then when you flip it over it's purple, and I forgot what this color is called, but I have this in these checkmate tile beads here, and I also have this in a petal bead. They're pretty darn cool. Alright, and then this strand here, what is this? Check glass, lavender, faceted round. So these are check fire polish beads. I was wondering if this was alexandrite because it kind of looked like it, but it says that it's lavender, so it's not. These are very pretty, and I like that they're matte. I don't have this color. Those are gorgeous. I love those. Alright, so let's go to the mix now. I'll set these to the side. Alright, get that open. This is so cute. I don't think I've ever mixed purple and yellow together. I'd like to do purple and green. These are adorable. These are adorable, and there's so many of them. There's 4. I thought there was going to be 1 in here. And they're double-sided, which makes it really awesome because you can use these in a bracelet, and if they flip over, it's alright. There's actually a top and back. Those are cool. And we have gemstones. And I think this is dyed quartzite. I don't think it's amethyst, but they are faceted, and I believe they are 10mm gemstones. They kind of look like tanzanite. It's like between tanzanite and amethyst. They are beautiful. Look at them there with the wire. Perfect match. Alright, and then we have these big beads here. I think these might be 12mm. Gorgeous lavender color. On my computer screen though, they look like they're periwinkle, but they are a lavender purple. They're beautiful. And here they are again. I think this is a 10mm. Such pretty color. And then we have some, I think, 12mm pearls. Beautiful. And these things here, I've gotten these before. They're really neat. There's a crystal inside of there. Isn't that cool? I actually have one of these that's huge. It's like keychain size. Mine are gold. Those are cool. And we have the crystal rondelles. These are really neat. And these bigger ones here are for putting in between larger beads, like the pearls. And we have some teardrops here. Chinese crystal teardrops. Amethyst purple color. They're so pretty. Here's more gemstones. I don't know what this gemstone is. There's white in it, so I don't know if that's quartzite or not. But those are pretty too. It makes me think of tanzanite. There are some gorgeous bead caps here. Look at these. Is there 2 sizes? You know what's weird? Every time I get these Jesse James packages, I feel like there's always the perfect amount of beads in them to make a project. Like I always have just enough. It's like I designed it myself. It's really weird. Did I get all the caps? There's another one. Yeah. So those are cool, and I've never seen this cap before. And I've always liked bead caps that have holes like these, because I've always wanted to, and I just talked about this recently, I've always wanted to take a bead cap like this that's loaded with holes and get really tiny jump rings, like 4mm jump rings, and put them through the holes here, going all the way around, and hang chain down the jump rings, and then at the ends have like bead dangles, and have those be earrings. It'd be like tassels done with chain and bead caps. It's an idea I've always wanted to try. Here we have some check table cut beads. I actually have these, but mine are purple. Purple Picasso is what I have. They're really pretty, and they're some of the smallest check table cut beads I have ever seen. And is this glass? No, these are gemstone. Yeah, 6mm. I think that might be quartzite. Gemstones. Yellow. These are gorgeous rondelles. I don't see, oh, there's another gemstone. I don't see like yellow ever in rondelles. Chinese crystal here. Those are gorgeous. It's definitely like a honeybee yellow or sunflower yellow. Very pretty. There's another bead cap. And then we have these leaves here. Little metal leaves. Those are cute. And these, I love these. I'm a flower person. Look at those little rose metal flower beads. Those are gorgeous too. We have some nice big rondelles. Champagne color. Those are very gorgeous. And these, opaque purple. I think that's a iris on there, rainbow iris. Those are gorgeous. Nice big holes too. I can use those in cord if I want to. And then these rondelle crystals. There's actually 4 of those. Alright, so this is everything I got in the Softflex Company design kit. Mystery design kit. A lot of beautiful beads. I'm very excited to design with these. I will be working with these tonight, hopefully, if I have time. And I'll see what I can come up with. Hello again, I'm back, and it is now, I think, 2 days later since I filmed that section there. I have to tell you, every time I get one of these Softflex mystery design kits, and I think I've had like 3 so far, and it comes with Jesse James beads, right? And every time I get one of these kits, I feel like I can't just make something easy. It can't be quick. It has to be like over the top, because for me, when I got back in the day, I used to get Jesse James subscription boxes, and every time I got them, I felt like that the boxes were so over the top that I had to make over the top pieces. I couldn't do something that was simple. And so I'm gonna show you guys this necklace that I'm working on, and we're gonna finish it together here. I just about used all of the beads, and there's going to be more of this necklace. It's actually going to be double strand. So here are the beads that I have left over. Not much at all. I just about used all of them. So see, all of those there from the Jesse James bag. And then there's that strand there. And then there's the silver silk and ear wires. This is all that I have left over. And if I really wanted to, I could have used these. I could have fit them in. And I was thinking about using this for the sides here, but I ended up not doing it. So I did use the other 2 strands, other than this 2-hole check topmate bead. I got the 6mm check fire polish beads, and these oval ones here. I only have 1 bead left over. These here I'm using for the back of the necklace, right? So here, I'll show you close up. That's for the back of the necklace, and I might have to adjust this when I attach the rest here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here is my pattern. Okay, I love these leaves so much. They're really gorgeous. The kit came with 4 leaves, but I'm only using 3 of them. And then there are these little cage crystal doodad things here. See that? And I wanted to do like a multi-strand thing, right? But I thought, instead of me doing like multi-strand where it goes into the back of the necklace, I wanted to have it just multi-strand in the front, and then the single strands here in the back. I like stuff like this, and so I came up with the idea, and here's my second strand, by the way. I came up with the idea to use these cage crystal components, and I'm going to weave this here through this. It's going to come out here, and it's going to weave up into this teardrop, and it's going to be like that on both sides. This is going to look so cool when it's all done, but here is an idea of what it looks like, what it's going to look like, okay? Now, I've never made a necklace like this before. I've done several multi-strand necklaces, but with how this one is gonna be done is gonna be different for me. Usually whenever I do a 2-strand necklace, like I'll have it like this, right? But I usually merge this strand here into the rest of the necklace, and I have it come all the way to the closure, and then I finish it off. But with this, because the soft flex is too thick to fit through my Miyuki seed beads 2 times, it can only pass through once, I'm going to have to crimp it down here. But I have these bead cones here. That's where my crimp's going to be. It's going to be hiding in that side there. So it's going to be kind of unusual how I make this. And I hope this works out because I'm going to do it live with you guys. I only pre-strung my beads here. I haven't completed this, so I don't know if it's totally going to work out or not. So we're doing this together. So I'm just going to show you my beads here. These here, this seed bead and that oval bead there, that will actually be removed. And on this side, because it's going to be on top of this cage crystal. You'll see when I go to do that. But here is my pattern. Okay. If you want, you can remake this same exact piece. Oh, and by the way, all of the beads in this necklace is from the Soft Flex Mystery Design Kits. I've only used a few things from my stash, and whenever I do this, I try to use the most basic things that everybody should have in their stash. So what did I use for my stash? I used this 11-0 Miyuki dark bronze seed bead. Usually they do give out a strand of seed beads, but this time they didn't, and I really felt like I needed seed beads in order to split the beads up more. Oh, and this is multicolored metal, so there's silver in here, right? This here is antique brass, and I only had 3 antique brass pieces. This little butterfly and these here, so I felt like I needed to bring some more of the antique brass look in so that this fit together more. So that's what I'm using for my stash. 11-0 Miyuki dark bronze seed beads. Okay, and also I'm using bronze jump rings, but I'm using them as spacers to bring more of that color in. So again, I'm going to show you this here, the pattern. See how I use the leaves there, the little rose. Okay, this is my pattern. Pretty simple. I'll hold it like this. Okay, that's my pattern. In case you want to remake this necklace for yourself. That's how I strung that pattern right there. Okay, and then this, that's the back. Okay, and then all of this here is going to be in the front. Okay, I do have seed beads. I also needed seed beads to go underneath of that cage crystal right there. Do you see the seed beads? Right there, those 3 seed beads. Because I didn't want to see the wire there, and also I didn't want this rubbing on the wire. But that is what it looks like. Here's the jump rings that I'm talking about. I use them as spacers. I like using jump rings as spacers. And yeah, I almost used everything from the box. I feel like whenever I get these Soft Flex boxes, I feel like I designed the kit myself because everything goes together so nicely. Okay, so this is my design. Now let's go ahead and put this in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these beads. I have a bead board over here. I'm going to lay this down, put my hand on it, slide them off. Okay, I'm going to start stringing through here. I'll add my beads on, go through this, add more beads on, go through here, and doing it this way I'm not going to chance losing my beads, and also I'm not going to be wasting my wire. I probably won't be wasting any wire doing it this way. So there's always different ways that you could do this. So I'm going to go ahead, sit my beads in this tray right here. Okay, I'll just sit them just like this, and I'll slide them off. Come on. Okay, just like that. I'm gonna sit this to the side so I don't lose my pattern. And I always take pictures with my cell phone as I go through, as I have like progress, right? As it's changing and I'm changing things, and I take pictures, and so in case I have to undo it, so I can redo it again later and get the same pattern. Okay, so I just loosened this up down here so I can get in here. I want to make sure that I'm working on the front of my necklace. This is the front. This leaf is double-sided. There's a front and back. Both sides are pretty, but I'm going to be using the front. I'm going to start right here. Okay, I'm going to take my wire and pass through this check fire polish bead. Now remember, I can't fit my wire through these 11/0s twice, only one time, so I'm going to start right here at the check fire polish bead, and then I'm going to pass my wire through the bead cone, and there's a crimp tube in there. Okay, I'm going to go through this tube also, and then through my teardrop, just like this. Okay, pass my wire through. Okay, so see, that's going to sit there. I'm not going to risk losing any beads. I got through my crimp. Make sure that you pass through the crimp. I should double check myself, because I still make mistakes. So there's both wires through that crimp. After we crimp it, we'll be coming out here. I'm going to cut the wire right there on this side. But first we have to get everything ready. Okay, coming out this teardrop, I'm now going to pick up one seed bead, because I have to, in order for this area to nestle together, right? I should zoom in so you can see what's going on. Okay, so I have a seed bead here. I'm going to pick up this oval bead because it fits perfectly inside this cage crystal. Now this crystal that's in here, it's basically a Rivoli. You want to stand this up so it lays flat like this, so you could pass your wire and your beads through here, and you need it to fit through. So you want to make sure that the crystal lays like that. I'm picking up 3 seed beads because this is how many I need to fit in this gap. Here you could see the yellow, how I had to use 3 seed beads there. I did think about skipping them, but I think it would lay weird if we did, and I don't know if I want this cage thing rubbing on my wire. And there's somebody trimming hedges outside. I'm so sorry about the background noise. So this is what I have. I'm going to stand this up so that falls down. You'll see that there's a square hole, okay, on this, and then there's triangle holes. You want to go through the square hole, both square holes, so that it sits like this. Okay, you see that? And then the square hole will be facing up, and then I'm going to put another oval bead on, like that, and it just nestles together perfectly. Here, I'll even pull that snug there. See how that looks? That worked out so good. This is perfect for doing multi-strand pieces like this. I have a few of these in my stash, and I gotta remember that I'm doing it like this because I really like it like this, instead of just using this as like a little dangle, because before what I thought about doing is putting this onto a jump ring and just having it being like a charm or a dangle or something, right? Or you can string them on. So now I'm going to continue stringing my beads, and I'm going to fast forward because there is a loud noise that's going on outside. I put a jump ring on here, and I recommend that whenever you string on a charm like this with a jump ring on a strand of beads like this, I recommend that you put a seed bead on, right? And you want a bead that's big enough on either side of this so this will stay in place. So this is a 6mm jump ring that I used, right? And when I slide this down, it's so small that it sits there perfectly, but not too big that it's not going to slide over top of this bead and travel along. So it's going to stay right there, and that seed bead that is underneath the jump ring is going to prevent the jump ring from coming off, because you twist the jump ring, there's a slit in it, it opens up, but if you put a seed bead underneath the jump ring, it will stay in place and it won't come off. Now I'm just going to continue on stringing my pattern. Okay, so I am now back, and the edge trimmers are now louder out, but I can't help it. This is the only time I have to film. So that's what we have going on. I strung up my pattern again, making sure that they're all going in the right direction. There is 2 different sides to this leaf, by the way, so I made sure that I had all the same side pointing up, but it's up to you on how you want to do that. And also, these flowers are 5 pointed flowers, and whenever I use them, especially if I have a center bead like this, always make sure that the point's going that way and this is open to the middle bead, because that's like a little focal area there. Alright, so now what I have to do, I put on my oval bead, my 3 seed beads, and I have to pass through this caged crystal right here. So I'm going to flip this up so that the Rivoli lays like that, and then I'm going to pass my wire through here. Okay. So the Rivoli in there is actually sideways. I don't know if you could tell. See that? It's actually laying sideways. So just like that, I'm going through the square, coming out the square. I don't pass through the triangle side. And then I'm going to put on another oval bead, another seed bead. Okay, and then I'm going to pass up through this teardrop, through my crimp, through the cone, and out this check fire polish bead. Alright, just like that. That's what it looks like. And here is my crimp. I have both cords going through. So now I'm going to adjust this and I will come back. Hopefully the noise won't be as loud when I get back. Alright, I'm back, and I just wanted to show you what it looks like with everything all tightened up. It looks really awesome. So this is the first time that I'm completing a project like this, and I had an idea to make this go right because I am worried that I'm not going to have enough tail on each end to finish this, and I don't like wasting this wire. It is really good stuff, so I tried to do my best to savor this wire. So what I did is I took and I put a stopper thing at the ends, okay, and I have almost the same length. They're probably like 1/4 of an inch off, but I tried my best to get them to be even. Okay, just like that. And I have over here, this is where I have to start crimping first. This is preventing my beads from coming off over here. I'm going to leave this stopper bead thing in place. I'm not going to move that one, okay? But I am going to slide this one down on the right side. This is the side I'm not crimping at. Let's see, I'll slide it down about here because I need a little bit of slack for me to do my crimping. So I'm gonna go like this, slide this down a little bit, because I gotta expose my little crimp right here. Remember, this is staying the same. Okay, here's my crimp. Alright. Let's see, I think I need a little bit more slack. I'll slide that down more, and then I'll slide those down. Okay. How big is that hole? It's a nice size hole, but I don't know if my crimp tube would fit in there. So what I'm gonna do is pull this down more, this little tail here, okay, because like I said, I don't want to waste material. I think there's about fine. I'm gonna slide this up, my little tube up, and I have my crimping plier here. I forgot I think this is a 3-in-1. That's what it's called. I want to say this crimps all 3 sizes of crimp tubes. There's 1, 2, and 3, and right here is where you fold it. I love these pliers. They are so much nicer than the original ones that I can't believe that I've gone this long without them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to crease it with that little tooth right there. See that? Okay, so I'll slide up to here. I'm creasing it just like that, and then I'm gonna fold it, and I think I'm gonna use the second hole. Perfect. That was so easy to do. I swear it's easier to do these crimps than the other cheap ones. That's what I got. And does this slide over? Nope, it doesn't. Okay. So that's going to sit there just like this. I actually do have a little bit of space there. I think I'll still be able to finish. It's that much. It's like a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to slide that down to keep those from sliding around. I'm just going to slide all of these beads down, and I might be better off lifting this up. Let them fall. Pull that wire through. We're going to slide this down some. Actually, we're going to crimp this, and then that will come down this way. Okay. So I want to make sure that I don't have gaps, but I want this to not be too tight to where my little leaf beads here won't drop down. Because sometimes if you have little drops like this, if a piece is too tight, they will flip up and they will go back down, but they will want to flip up a lot because it's too stiff. Okay, so let's see. I'm not going to cut this cord until after. So I'm just going to lay everything flat and adjust this. Yeah, so this is going to have to, I think I'm going to have to slide that down a little bit there. All of these beads are going to have to slide. Yep, it's going to be like that. So I slid those down a little bit. Okay, and this right now, this is what we have to worry about, is getting the tension on this just right. You don't want this to be too tight. I do have it pretty loose right there, so I'm going to pull. There it goes. That snugs that up. This one here, I do feel like this strand can be tighter because these are heavy. These are not going to flip up. Those are going to stay down. Okay, so I have that pulled, and then I'll pull that tight, but I have to slide this up. Yeah, that has to slide up because right here is where my crimp is. So see, I have those slid up, and here's my space. So, let's see. Right there. I think that's good. Okay. Checking, by the way, where I was getting the most gaps, I noticed was here. That little rivelet in there, that stone, it would make this here separate. So you want to make sure that there's no big gaps through here and over here. And also you want to check your other strand on this side. Make sure everything looks good. Alright, I think I got it good, and now I'm going to go ahead and crimp this. That's getting loose. You know what? I need to make sure that I pull these together like this. Yeah, and pull that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make my indentation again with that little tooth right there. Okay, and then I'm gonna fold it with the second notch. I have to go this angle. I can't see. There's a camera and a tripod in my face and it's hard to see. Okay, slide that down, slide this down. I'm gonna slide everything down. And that's epic. Okay, I need my cutters. I'm gonna cut the cord there. Oops. And then over here. Okay, slide these down. Right, now I'm going to try this on and make sure I have this at the right length. So there we go, it looks so good. And now I'm going to crimp these ends here, and because I'm right-handed, and I think most people are, I'm going to put the clasp on the right side. I've talked about this before. I don't know if a lot of you think of this or not, but like if you're left-handed, you make your own jewelry, you're going to want to put the clasp on the left side because it just makes it easier to put on. So right here is the right side. I'll put this on the left. I'm going to put a crimp tube on this one. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, we did get gunmetal soft flex crimps with the kit, but I wanted to do silver. So I went into my stash and I got my silver soft flex crimps. But it doesn't matter, it's totally up to you on what color you want to do. There is gunmetal right here. That piece is gunmetal. Okay, I just need 2. And I'm going to put one to the side for now so I don't lose it. Pick this up and I'm going to do my lobster claw. I'm using the lobster claw that came with the kit. And by the way, the reason why this is so short is because I can't pass this wire through the 11OC beads a second time. So I'm only able to go through this bead a second time. Okay, so just like that. That's what I'm doing. Feeding this wire through here. What in the world is going on outside? What I like to do is remember, this is all that we have to work with. There's a crimp here. This cannot move down. So that's stationary because of the crimp. So this right here is the only thing that's moving. So we don't have to check the rest of the necklace. So I'm gonna go just like this. Okay, I don't want this to be super stiff. I want some movement here. I want it to be supple. So I think I'm gonna go like right here. Yeah, I have a little bit of movement. See that? Not a lot, but just a little bit of wiggle room. And I'm going to crimp. And again, I'm on the right side with my clasp. Okay, creased it, and then I'm folding. Cutting this wire off, and I'm going to do the other side, and I'm probably going to fast forward or okay, there we go. So let's see. A little bit of wiggle. A little bit of wiggle over here. Just right. And I do still have wiggle room down here. See that? Let me show you. See, that's how much, you want about that much slack, just a little bit of slack. Same on this. So it's not too tight, so it's supple and it moves easily. And also you could tell if something's too tight, and I have made some things that are too tight in my stash that I actually need to restring if I were to like give or sell, because it's just too tight for me to give that away. But look at how I can bundle that up. That is perfect. It's not too tight. And sometimes I still do make things too tight, so I always have to make sure that I pay very close attention that I don't do that. So this turned out beautifully. It looks so good on. I like how it lays a lot. And I think I did a really good job, because the name of this is called Purple Petals. And yeah, I'm very happy with this. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this box opening and the tutorial. Hopefully this video is not too long. I'm going to try it and edit and make it short. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And remember, I'm going to leave all the info for this down below in the description bar. This is it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and make sure you click the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos. And follow me on my social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.